Hello, it's time for more tips with Tammy, and this is another video with regard to body language. Body language can be incredibly powerful in our lives, and being able to read body language is especially important if we're going to maximize the effects of body language. So there are 4 mistakes, or 5 depending on how you count them, that people generally will make when they're reading body language. First of all, they don't consider the context of a given situation, and they're judging somebody's body language without considering that. Second of all, they don't know somebody's baseline. So you don't know me, or maybe you do, but if you don't know me, you don't know that I have what some people would call resting mad face. So I think I'm expressionless, but actually I look mad at the world. So you don't know my baseline. That's just one example of a baseline. So you can't, if you don't know my baseline, you can't very well read or very effectively read my body language. Third, and or fourth, we bring into the situation our own biases, our cultural biases and our personal biases. So it's really important to remain cognizant of that when you're trying to read body language. And so do your best to remove your biases from that situation. And finally, we take meaning from a single gesture. So if somebody's sitting and they have their arms crossed, especially if their hands are hidden, then that makes them appear to be closed off. They're blocking. It's a blocking gesture. And as a result, people think things like, well, they're negative, or they're hiding something, or they're uncomfortable, or they don't want to be here, or they don't want to talk to me, and the list could go on. But when really, depending on what the rest of their body is saying, and depending on the context of the situation and so forth, it might simply be that that's a comfortable position for them. It's a resting position. Maybe they're tired. So it's important to look at clusters of 3 gestures when you're trying to read body language. So if this person who's sitting here like this maybe has their head down and they're looking a little like they have some attitude, then that probably is a blocking gesture. But if they're just sitting there and they're smiling or they're looking relaxed, then perhaps it's just resting. So those would be the 4 mistakes that people, or perhaps 5, that people make when reading body language, and that I would suggest you think about and avoid as you attempt to read the body language of others. Thanks.